Okay guys, as I said, I'm doing a little different take on the Peel and Seal. It's a U-Seal brand, and looking up a little bit, it's a 3-layer, it's a little bit different composition. I guess it's more rubberized at the bottom, but anyway, pretty much the same thing as Peel and Seal. It's Home Depot's version of Peel and Seal. Okay, now I've shown you that it's a little denser here. So it does absorb, add mass to the panel and absorb a bit. So as I said, I'm doing not quite as much, but what I did was I laid a strip here. It's 6-inch by this is about 18 inches, I guess, 16 inches, and on the rearmost panel. There is structure towards the rear of it, so I didn't go all the way back. There's also structure here where it bends, so I didn't go all the way to the bend. And I wrapped it in foil tape, and foil tape is can stand up to the heat very well. The adhesive is very good as well. So basically what you want to do is, I took this, it's a little hard to work with, the foil tape, and it's very sticky, so once you get it stuck to something, it's kind of, Anyway, you're going to peel away a little edge, and then you fold back the wax paper just about an inch and get started on whatever section that you're working on, let's say here. Right? So you stick it there, and then you'll have this piece cut. Just measure it out, make sure that it's cut to size, and then as you're pulling down, and you're going to stick it into the seam. The most important part that you want to do is get it to bind tight up against the U-Seal or Peel and Seal, so that you can see here there's no air at all up against where it joins with the Peel and Seal. Right? So this way I've got a good seal all the way around, entirely all the way around, and this is amazing. This is very easy to touch. Okay, this is damn blazing hot. I mean, I could barely touch the panels, so I guess their black inside of the panel idea wasn't too hot, but anyway, this is like a gloss paint. You can see black gloss. So I don't know. I don't think it's primer. I think they were possibly thinking something here. Here is the area that you can see where the holes are. There's a little bit of rust right there, a little patch. I sanded it back down again to make a little bit of a surface here, but and then cleaned it without rubbing alcohol, but there's really no rust along these rust beads. Along these weld beads down there. So, I think I'm okay. And I'm gonna patch just that one little area, but that's gonna be right before I put the insulation over the top. So that just wanted to share, how I laid this down. You start with a little bit of the tape edge here, and then you pull the wax paper back as you're sticking it. So you're pulling the wax paper along with the tape, and even here and here there's a little difference, but it's still blazing hot through this foil, but through this it's much more tolerable. So with this, for the dampening, and then absorbing a little heat, and then the insulation as well, completely covering this panel and taped in, it should be really effective as insulation. And it's not the top notch stuff, but I don't have $100 to $200 to a trunk kit. So this will probably do both sides with what I'm doing for $19 or $16. So it's just enough to pull in to dampen the panels a little bit. I've never had a huge problem with that, so that's why I decided not to completely coat the entire car in Peel and Seal, which I do understand the logic. So as long as everybody's sealing it up good and doesn't have a bad stink from it, hey, more power to you. I want to just use a little bit so that I can get it off someday if I wanted to, but I doubt I ever will. I doubt once I get the panels in I'm going to come back in here for anything. I'm trying to get all the wiring and everything done. So that's that for